Hello, my name is Hugh Sung from AirTurn, and I literally came home about an hour ago and found out that MusicReader for the iPad is now available in the iPad App Store. So I thought I'd just kind of open up the program and give you a quick tour as to what this program looks like on the iPad. So here you go. When you open it up, you're going to see a blank page. You're going to need to go ahead and select the library icon. There's a small row of icons that stay available throughout the program. I'm going to go ahead and click or tap on the library icon in the top left-hand corner, which if you can see, now I have a whole list of all the pieces. Now I'm still in the process of synchronizing my very large MusicReader library from my tablet PC back there to my iPad, which can be done wirelessly as long as both machines are sharing the same Wi-Fi network. So you are going to have a Wi-Fi network in whatever location you're synchronizing your files from. But anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to select a little sample program. Here is one of the pieces that comes with the MusicReader iPad app, and you can see it's actually fairly legible. The nice thing about the iPad is that the screen resolution is excellent, and even though this is a smaller screen than a tablet PC like the one behind me, I'll do a side-by-side shot in just a minute. The resolution is so good that I actually don't have too much trouble reading music at this size. Now here's the really cool thing about the iPad version of MusicReaders. When I turn it to the side, it'll automatically shift to the half-page view mode, which makes the music much larger. And of course, tapping the screen on the right side will advance the page. Okay? And tapping it on the other side will reverse the page. Okay? You're going to still find a lot of the annotation, the basic annotation tools that you have in MusicReader also available here. For instance, I can tap and select this pen icon, and I'm going to go ahead and just select the red color, and I can draw annotations on my music, like so. Can you see that? Okay. I can change. There are kind of just a set number of colors: black, blue, green, red, and yellow for the annotations. It's kind of a fixed set of colors, less than you would have in the full version of MusicReader. You of course have the highlighter, which I can draw over here as a transparent highlighter. Do it in red. We can do it in green here as well. So you can mark up your music. You can also, of course, erase all your markings. So the eraser's over here. So see my finger. I was actually quite surprised. I was thinking that it might be kind of awkward to draw numbers, letters, and symbols with my finger, but I'm actually finding that it's fairly comfortable because the iPad is so responsive that it's pretty easy. In fact, let me just go ahead and demonstrate drawing. Oh, let's just write a couple fingerings down, even though I'm doing it in a kind of an awkward position here. 1, 2, 3. It's pretty easy, actually, with your finger to go ahead and draw right on the screen. So that was a nice surprise. That's basically it. Again, this is the very basic version of the MusicReader program. It is a free app, but you will need to purchase the full version of MusicReader for your Mac or PC in order to be able to create MusicReader files and then synchronize them from your computer wirelessly to your iPad. Now, there's a little tool symbol that you'll see here in the corner as well. Okay, and I'm going to tap that, and that tool symbol will give me the IP address of the iPad. You can see it over here in the middle. What you're going to do is when you go to your MusicReader program on your Mac or PC, you go into the Settings tab, and then you go into the iPad section, and that'll give you a place where you'll be able to type in this IP address. This basically tells the MusicReader program which computer, basically wireless node the iPad is using, so that the MusicReader program on your computer can send the MusicReader files and synchronize them between that machine and the iPad. Again, if you have a very, very large library, it's going to take a long time to transfer all your files over. Keep in mind, for now, the only way you can advance the page is right now is to tap the screen, on either side, either here to go forward or here to go backwards. We at AirTurn are in the process of developing a Bluetooth version of the AirTurn hands-free page turning pedal. So as soon as that's ready, we will of course make an announcement, and of course that will make reading music on your iPad a whole lot easier without having to constantly tap. All right, so this is MusicReader for the iPad, a very first preliminary look. Again, basic features, like I said, you'll be able to read and annotate all the music that you have from your original computer transferred over here. I'm going to go ahead and as soon as I finish transferring my whole library, I'll have an updated video just to see if annotations on the iPad get conversely synchronized back to my main machine. I'll report on that as soon as I finish testing it. But so far, I'm really impressed. Now let's take a quick look as to a side-by-side comparison between the screen size. This is a smaller screen than my tablet PC. The iPad is under 10 inches in size. I think about 9.7 inches if I'm recalling correctly, whereas my tablet PC is a full 12.1 inches, much closer to a normal sheet of paper. But let's take a quick look at side-by-side as to how large the iPad screen compares to its typical tablet PCs. Okay, so here's a view of the music in portrait mode. This is on the tablet PC, which is about 12.1 inch size screen, compared to the iPad, which is only 9.7 inches. You can see there's an obvious difference in terms of the height, but you're also seeing a lot more of the borders around the music itself. The music is pretty comparable, I'd say. Almost the same size. We're losing a few inches, and it's looking a little more compressed, but it's still very legible on the iPad. Now let's take a quick look at the music in landscape mode. Okay, so now we're taking a look at the music in landscape mode. And as you can see, the iPad version does a very good job of getting rid of some of the borders that you see in this version of the music. So you're left with the music roughly the same size in half-page view mode. Okay, let's go ahead and advance the page going this way, advance the page going that way. This, by the way, is a touch-enabled tablet PC, which is very, very nice. But as you can see, the music is roughly equivalent. So you're not losing a whole lot in terms of the music view. And we have the same page here. It's a little more compressed on the iPad, but still very legible and very workable. Again, this is going to be a personal preference in terms of whether you're comfortable reading music on an iPad, but I would say it's definitely worth a serious consideration given the excellent screen resolution of the iPad and, of course, the convenience of the form factor. It is a very thin, very light tablet computer. Again, you have to keep in mind that the iPad will not create music reader files in and of itself. You will still need another computer, PC or Mac computer, to create the music reader files and then have them synchronized and transferred over to the iPad version. But still, very legible, very workable, and I'm very excited. I think this is a form factor that many musicians will find very convenient and very comfortable. So we're just waiting now on the Bluetooth version of the AirTurn to be working and compatible with the iPad, and hopefully that'll be coming up very, very soon. We'll be sure to post an announcement on our website and on our mailing lists as soon as we are able to. Okay, so this has been a quick look at the MusicReader app for the iPad.